right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us a little late here. Get this camera slowed down here. I don't think anybody's going to be in here while I do introductions, but we're going to join this game a little late. It is going to be Southstar playing Star home and away, and it's going to be Southstar playing on the away game right now. Alright, no predictions. The game was started really late. Charger's going to land. Jockey's going to try to find Slay in the back. I'm not quite sure if we have a score glitch or not, but that's truly what it is. You're really in favor of Southstars right now, but we'll see.
I'll take this. Turn off the.
Get the lead out, people!
Did you mean to do that?
Hello, everybody. Yeah, they scheduled this game and started it 5 minutes after scheduling it, and I was cooking food for my family, so unfortunately did not have time to set this up, but we will have the second tank of the game for Team Star in the hands of Dusty. For Southstar, we have OZ, Slay, Lizer, and Bugatti. For the Infected and Team Star, we have VDK, Tyrone Ramirez, and Dusty. Defender spawns in, the Charger misses. The Jockey lands, a pole gets a little bit of damage on Bugatti, and now the tank is relocating.
Shoot it! Shoot it!
There's some rocks.
I'll take this one.
And they're going to be content with staying in this corner. You don't know if the score is 100% correct or not. Now there it is. Okay, that's the correct score.
Keep shooting!
I'll try this shotgun.
Right, a little bit of score glitch there. We got it all ironed out though. Alright, there's a 2-cap landing, a 2-boom as well. Dusty does land a rock that'll give him 100% rage back. He's doing a good job at holding on to this tank. He misses a rock on Bugatti. His HP is still pretty decent.
Get to the alarm.
We'll look at pings when we load into map 3, guys.
We got to turn off that alarm!
Yeah, don't worry. We'll do pings as soon as they get to next chapter. I'll put it into chat for you guys. All right, Smoker is up. Charger misses the pole. Rock gets skeeted again. Unfortunate for the Infect. They're not able to capitalize on their good ping. And right now, Southstars has a pretty good bonus for this being the away server. This is home and away, guys, for those that are just joining. So this is only map 2 of 8. It's very early. Rock going out, gets skated, doesn't land onto anything. Bugatti shutting down the rocks.
Keep moving!
Alright, looks like this will be the commit. Now they're going for more. The Charger misses. Hunter gets skeeted, the Rock misses as well. Leaving the Boomer, it looks like they want to try to play the LOS game. They don't LOS properly. The Boomer's going to get an easy boom here. Oh, what a boom! That's going to be big for Dusty's tank. They're going to wait for some of the comments to start trickling in. And we should see Dusty make his way in. Here he goes. Not very many comments left, though. He does get a punch onto Nick. He's staying on him. Gets another punch onto Nick. He does get his pills off. He'll be 3 more punches. 2 more. He's down to 1,700. One of his spawns are already dead. He still has a lot of bonus right now. Dusty's getting out. The Charger goes from a mile away. Dusty will get out with about 800 HP.
Let me just get you.
Keep running!
He does land the rock on Bugatti. So that'll take the DB down a little more.
Okay, it's gonna last for a bit.
And now we should see Dusty try to stretch this out as long as he can. Alright, his spawns are up. It's going to be a Hunter, Boomer, and a Jockey. Let's see if they can maximize damage with this low HP tank. Alright, Jockey goes in. Nice skeet on the rock. Nice skeet on the Hunter, too. He does land a 2-boom. Surprised he doesn't try to do a hitbox rock on Bugatti here. He just is a free rock. Oh, he misses the angle on it. But he doesn't lose any rage in that transition. Lost 15%. And he does get a rock on Bugatti. There goes a pull onto Bugatti. The Charger gets an in cap on Bugatti. And the Hunter will land for a little bit of damage onto Rochelle. And now they have an in cap. And Dusty doing a very impressive job on milking this tank. Lands 2 rocks. Minus 800 HP. Southstars has pretty much almost no bonus.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Keep moving.
Right now they're playing their away game, which is on EU. The Charger lands. The rock lands. The jockey lands.
Look out now.
Alright, he's just going to go in and die. I don't know about that. I think he maybe should have kept the tank alive, because now they'll get the distance. Try to milk that a little longer.
Oh, you want Ellis?
Reloading here.
I do go for a pounce on Bugatti in the back. Spitter gets picked, so it's not going to get any damage. They get a pull down on the row. And that will pretty much exhaust all the bonus off the Southstars now. The only bonus they have left will be a little bit left on Slay. And I believe, no, OZ is bleeding. And has been down, so the only bonus they have is on Slay. Should see the Charger try to take them out. They do find a set of pills.
Here you go.
Okay, they're debating on what they want to do here, so they're just gonna pop. Or try to protect Rochelle as much as they can. That additional 16 points.
Reloading. Reloading.
Lizer has now hit 10 HP bleeding. Alright, the Charger from the rear. Yep, they're just going to stack Rochelle. They'll get it in caps. They won't get wiped. At least not yet. There's still a chance they get wiped, but they're only going to miss out on a couple points. They pretty much got the distance.
Just this once, I need some help.
Yeah, but we got to get you healed quick, like.
Can always count on you, bro.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
You betcha. I don't feel right.
This beat all. I'm about to
Team
die.
Star did get 396 bonus with their Survivor turn. Charger will land a double. Smoker pull lands as well. Eventually gets cleared. No win caps. So they will make safe room and get full distance. They'll get full 500.
Come on, y'all, get inside.
So they got 500 distance, which means if we add the 74 points, which means they got wiped to early tank. And that will mean Team Star made both safe rooms. And as far as the point delta they have, it's just shy of 1,000.
Taken care of.
Interesting. Actually, a little more than that.
Military zone.
Alright, we go into Chapter 3 of this tournament match. Team Star on their home server playing against Southstars on the away. Tank will be sitting at 37%. Here we go. Check out pings now. Here you go, guys. Pinga. That's what we're looking at. I'm going to be streaming either Simp in Babylonia or Mingoose. Mingoose's match. I don't know yet. I know right now there's a Spanish cast for Mingoose, so I'm kind of debating if it'd be better to do the other one or not. So it's up in the air. But no matter what, we'll be having another match at midnight, so regardless. We'll definitely see which match will be streamed. I'll definitely stream one of the two. So no matter no matter what, I mean, we got another tournament match coming up later this evening. I'll probably grab a co-caster. Well, I know that Simp and Babylonia is going to be home and away. Mingoose family will be home server, or neutral, I mean. As we wait for Tyrone to return and return to this game.
Young. Boy.
Alright, so we're going to sit and tank at 37%, so they'll have to go over the bus. We'll have to go over the bus. Probably will spawn about here. And alright, we are returning to the game. And there's pre-spawn looking for a pounce from the front. No DPs. Jockey Boomer the spitter. Going to be a 2-2. Nice shutdown by VDK. They do land the spit. The clear is slow. VDK will lose 31 HP from that, but the rest will remain at 100. Nice 2 proxy boom coming out. Bugatti does get skeeted by VDK though, but does eat the jockey. They team up on 1 survivor. Good job on away server. Best way to maximize damage, just double up or triple up onto 1 survivor, try to do as much as they can. And that is just a little bit more than 5% damage, 5.4 to be exact. Now spawns are just coming up in rotation. Tricap with boom is up. There will not be a jockey. Hunter pre-spawn charger comes in as well. The charger will miss. The pounce will get a double stumble. Quad boom comes out. Charger is dead. And now there's a smoker trying to grab one of these boom survivors, making a misplay. And Smoker just not working out for Bugatti. Bugatti will get a despawn as Rochelle takes a couple commons left. They are about to spawn this tank up with a lot of commons still. At least about a dozen left trickling in. And now this will be the 3rd tank of the game for Southstars in the hands of Bugatti. See what they can do with their tank. As right now his support is a Jockey Hunter and a Spitter. They'll get the pounce. Spit gets a B-hop. They'll get a little bit more spit damage. It goes on to Dusty. They'll get Dusty down to 88. And Ramirez will remain at 94. And Tyrone is going to be the only one 5 punches for this tank. And VDK will be 3. He's going to try to peak rage as much as he can. He's losing. He's relocating. Probably going to try for some rocks here. Or is he just going to make his way in? Let's see what the spawns do with the Boomer, Smoker, and a Charger. They're going to keep it. Interesting. Ramirez right now pinging very high. I don't know if everybody's paying attention to that, but right now Ramirez's ping up there. Let's see if it affects his gameplay. He's backing up. Boomer gets a 1 stumble proxy. They're still going to hold back. The Charger comes in, lands 1. The Smoker lands on the boom target. Bugatti's down to 3K. Looks like he might get an in cap. He misses his punch on the VDK, but unfortunately, Ellis gave him another punch. And that will be a dead tank from Bugatti. Looks like he gets 2 punches. I don't think it was 3. I think it was 2.
Let's try upstairs.
And the bonus will be at 923 post-tank, 69.9% of the bonus. They still have the possibility of finding 2 more sets of pills. They had to use 1. Oh, they found 1 right now, so there they go. They're back up to 953. Slightly chipped smoker included in the next hit. 244 is the bonus. Now we should see a hit as soon as they drop. Remember, if you wait a little too long, you're going to give the survivor the chance to... Nice skeet coming out. Another one by VDK. I don't know if that was a skeet necessarily, but he shot it right in the face when it landed. Technically, it's not a skeet, but it was completely shut down by VDK. Now they're going to be a little aggressive here. Let's see if they try to push this hole. Bugatti's still 8 seconds out. Alright, they just get their spawns up. The boomer is up. Boomer gets a triple proxy. The charger lands. Gets cleared. There's a smoker pull, but it gets cleared. Everything happened so fast. Not really much damage comes out of that. They were at 69.9% bonus post-tank, and now they've taken the hole, and they're still at 69.
Heads up. Where you're aiming.
And they are even going to be able to take this. The jockey is the only thing that can pre-spawn, but what much can it do? All right, the charger comes up from the rear. Everything gets destroyed. I have another set of pills. Ramirez is going to double up. All right, this is now very impressive by Star.
Heads up. Hey, I'm reloading. Reloading.
Yo.
They lose 0.1% since the tank has been killed. Smoker's up. Hunter goes up. Nice pounce on the back. The spitter was a little late and didn't trust the process, but does get a little bit of damage on 2 survivors, but not very much at all. And they'll get the bonus down to 888 or 67.2. No more pills can be found. Last hit incoming.
Reloading.
Jockey, Charger, Hunter, Spitter. They get the best hit to maximize damage. Let's see if they can capitalize and land some of these cappers to get that 888 bonus down. Alright, everything's going to come from the front. They're going to focus Rochelle. The Charger misses. Hunter gets skeeted again. The Jockey. They get a little bit of damage. I think it's from Spit. And they'll walk in with a hefty bonus of 867.
Yeah.
3 chapter score of 2944. A lot of points, guys. And yes, it is home and away. Yeah, we're going to have 8 chapters. We're only on chapter 3, so this is only the beginning. There's a long way to go.
These ain't zombies. Somebody's been shooting people.
People shooting people? That shit ain't
Thank you,
right,
Mintana.
man.
Appreciate it. All right.
We gotta keep following.
They have readied up. It is now Southstar's turn to go on chapter 3. It is away for them. Maps 5 through 8 will be home for them. Right, the Hunter will in. The Spit was not favorable on the spread. So at least as far as the opening hit, it'll be a better take by Southstar. Just 1 damage going out on 2 survivors. And 2 will remain at 100. Pretty clean take. Impressive job.
I'm a reload.
Reloading.
Alright, now they come up to the next choke point. We'll have to go up on the balcony. Alright, spawns are up. 2 charge. Oh, the Hunter lands. That was almost a quad. I didn't realize they had a quad there. That was so close to being a wipe.
That hit the spot.
That would have been huge for Team Star if they managed to kill Southstars right there with their quad attempt before tank. They do survive. Good to them. There, we're going to press on, and I believe we will see tank spawn before they'll get much of anything. They'll send spawns in anyways. Jockey's going to come from the front. Hunter not able to find anything. The Jockey neither, so they are able to kill all the spawns. And Now they'll get the tank up, and it will be the third tank of the game for Team Star in the hands of Tyrone. And he's going to throw some rocks. We should just wait for spawns to get up. Still in grace period. Alright, they're going to switch guns. And now they have 3 Uzis, 1 shotgun. Pretty standard for tank fight. Lizer is going to be the shotgun player for Southstars. Tyrone's going to reposition. Like he's going straight in. First pass. Not going to let Bugatti bleed. Early pull gets denied. 4K. Pull forward. He gets a punch. Gets another punch. Another punch. Charger lands 2. Gets a double punch. Clears the charger, but gets his next corner. Tyrone is down to 1400 HP. There's 1 boom going out, and the tank's going to decommit with 42 HP. Smoker gets cleared. Rock tries to go out, and Tyrone probably tries to milk this for some easy rocks. Nice keep from Bugatti, saving Slay there. Oh, and there's a 2-cap, but they clear the jockey.
What we got here?
He can't even show himself. He does not have the HP to get it. Boomer gets popped. Nice shutdown. Alright, they're going to survive the tank. It'll exhaust all their pills, but they will live past tank, and they'll be fast for a little while longer. I think this is a little bit of a misplay for Tyrone setting this tank AI. Now they'll get no spitter for a little while because this tank is going to be chasing. And I don't think Southstar is going to want to kill it. Jockey, Smoker, and the Charger. They would have killed off that tank properly. They would have the best hit in the game right now. But they do get a quad try, so maybe it's not the worst. Let's see where they try to attempt this. Alright, there we go. And the tank dies off.
I'm all torn up.
Points resume. And we resume to the match. Just about 2,000 points difference between the two teams.
Ammo up there.
Alright. We will see a quad attempt here. Now, if they don't land this quad or slow the survivors down, they'll probably be able to take the choke. Actually, no, I don't see it happening. Bugatti's going to be slow. He already is. They're going in. Now it's a 2-cap landing. It's going to be a rolling tri-cap. Coach is going to clear the Hunter first. And Bugatti indeed will go down. So it's 3 survivors down. Once Lizer's going to be the only one with permanent HP.
Hey, thanks, man.
They despawn the Smoker. They will have a Charger with their Boomer Spitter. Charger was the first spawn to die, so they will have at least a favorable attack for the side of the other side of the sewer.
Oh, Christ, not the sewer.
Shout out to everybody. It goes for whatever that was. I'm just delaying them, letting the bleed happen.
Damn it. This is some grim
Shout out to Mo.
shit.
Mo money, mo problems. Bit delay. Alright, that's going to be a free boom. Yeah, they'll get one. They get the pull. Charger will land. Charger was on the wrong side of the ladder. If he would have came from the other side, it would have been a triple bull. Slay runs into the spit. Now they have a survivor down on the bottom. Oh, no, never mind. I thought there was a survivor down there. There was not.
Don't even think of leaving me here.
Alright, so now they got 2 survivors, black and white. They're trying to stretch out the distance. They triggered the alarm horde, and this is not going to be good when you're on a way. As they're trying to delay, it's a triple boom. High ping. Commons is not a good outcome. As the Smoker tries to see if he can pick off the green survivor. Now he's going to pull a boom survivor. Slay is pulled. They get the clear. They're trying to crawl through this the best that they can. They will get a set of pills at the top. Coach was going to push. Coach decided to slow down. Now they're probably going to lose a survivor or two here because they can't slow down, and they are slowing down. And they got a spitter. I don't know. This might be the beginning of the end for the survivor team. Nice shutdown by Lizer. The charger lands. They clear it. And they're gonna live. No one's gonna die unless the common get a slap here. They'll have a set of pills for one of the black and white survivors, but not for both. Let's see, who do they give it to?
Hey, we might need these.
They give it to Bugatti. Well, they have 3 black and white survivors, and they gave it to the survivor with the most bonus, or the most health. Stretching those distance points out. 456 and crawling of that 600. It is home and away, though. Keep that in mind. Alright, and they will kill off 2, while the other 2 make way. That was a bait. They just held W. Nice ski coming out. Oh, and he can't get the clear. Good job by Bugatti, but not able to get that smoker tongue clear. But his high ping skeets are very impressive. And there's Southstar's 3-chapter score of 1,021. And that'll be just about a 1,900 point delta. And I would say that's about 100 points under par as far as what you want on your home server. So I would say Southstar has a slight favor. Alright, we go to map 4, guys. Wait for some teams to ready up, and we will resume. Alright, and we go live. Charger, Spitter, Hunter, Jockey for the opening hit. Charger rockets in. It does find the target. Good attack by Southstar. They still haven't cleared that Hunter. And Ramirez is going to be slow on the opening hit on a home server. Ouch. Not what they wanted there. Tank sitting at 53%. Ramirez is making a little bit of a misplay holding on to these commons. Or, I mean, the set of pills. I think you should pop and go. We need to go.
Reloading.
Alright, spawns are up. Smoker is already up. The charger rocket's off. Not going to find anything. The Spitter is now lingering around with that smoker. Now the Boomer tries to find a target. Going to walk it in. Gets one. Gets a scratch on Ramirez. Ramirez will be slow. Pops his pills. He needs to start booking it, make it up with his team, and there he is off.
Reloading.
Hunter and Jockey are the first 2 spawns in the rotation.
All right. Good.
Going with the machine gun.
Next 2 are coming up. The Charger is there, waiting for that last spawn Spitter. Alright, here they go. This is a good hit for the alley. They're going to send it right away. They're going to land a 2-cap immediately. It's going to be a rolling tri-cap. And the Southstars right now is putting on the heat. Ramirez has officially broken into the DB. The health bonus is at 50%.
Damn shit, we got ourselves. That's better.
Boomer does land on 3. See if they roll in with this tank right away. Lizer Those commons are, they still have about a dozen left. He's rolling in right away. They're backing into the commons. Early pull. Gets a punch onto Rochelle. Another punch onto Rochelle. A third punch and an in cap. He is down to 1700 HP. The jockey lands. The charger lands. Gets cleared. He gets a double punch somehow. No double punch there. Oh no, they're going to end up getting wiped. And they get wiped on their home server. Oh no. What a clutch boomer. And that is what you want to see if you're rooting for Southstars, guy. A wipe on the home server. I mean, a wipe on the away server is exactly what you love to see. Now keep in mind, these tanks, the tank spawns, the same for both sides. That's a difficult tank to take. More difficult, I would say. So they're going to have to do the same on their home server, Southstars, and survive as well. With good separation. And he did get the in cap with 1700 HP, but the double punch and the stumble from the capper's landing. As they wait for Slay to ready up, and we will return to this tournament match. Alright, and we are live. Hunter, Spitter, Jockey, Charger is going to be the attack for the Special Infected. Alright, the Charger's going to land, so is the Jockey, so is the Hunter. They'll munch that bonus down. That was a great attack. Looks like Ramirez missed the pills that were in that room. I don't know how much it really mattered into play with that, but either way, first attack is in the books from the infected team. They did a very respectable job of almost 17% of the bonus down. But they're going to try to knock a little bit more with this hit, and they do have Tricap with Boom. Jockey is excluded. There goes the pull. The Charger was not quite ready. Charger is melted. The Hunter finds a target for 1 damage, so they won't get much out of that. Now they're going to hold this Boomer. BDK wants to land this.
Heads up.
Wants to guarantee a Boom landing for this tank commit, which I can't disagree. High ping Boom is almost a guaranteed commit. Alright, now they transition. They make a drop to the alley hit. The SI are content with hitting on that. They do get the Jockey Charger. He will get Spitter since they held on to that Boomer, but it's not a bad idea to hold on to this Boomer, though. I think it's a pretty decent play. Jockey's going to land, so is the Charger. They just want the charge spit. They're going to get it. They get a nice fat Boom, too. And that'll make Bugatti have to pop another set of pills.
Which way?
And Dusty holds on to the Spitter. Alright, they're gonna, one's gonna run through it. They're gonna choose not to.
Spitter!
It's a spitter, dude!
They push the Spitter off. There's the stumble into the spit. Alright, they get some damage out of that. And Ramirez will get the 4th tank of the game for Team Star. And Ramirez is already inside. He's on the 2nd floor. Survivor team does have quite a bit of damage to them. They're going to pass the pills to Bugatti. Bugatti's at 70 HP, and he won't bleed enough to be lower than that. So he's going to be 3 punches.
Second pistol.
Jockey, Boomer, and the Charger. Nice one, Boom. That was close to multi-Boom. All right. We should see him commit any second. Okay, he's not going to commit with that 1 Boom. All the commons are dead. All right, he's officially in. Gets a long arm onto Rochelle. Another punch onto Rochelle. Turn punch. Punch onto Ellis now. Now punch onto Coach. Another punch onto Coach. His support comes from the most terrible angle, though. He's going to try to pursue Coach. He gets another hit on Coach. He might be able to escape here with a couple hundred. No rock. He'll be able to get his teammates up. They're not going to get wiped. Good job by Southstar. They're going to break into the Delta on the away server. Good job by them, as Ramirez with the 563 HP tank. All right, the Hunter lands. Uber comes out. One slam goes out, and that is tank dead. They survive, and they're going to break into that Delta with a little bit more points just by holding W. They still have to take at least one more hit before they get points, though, so let's see if they can survive that. Lizer has only been in capped once. I think they'll be happy if they make it to the event. Points have still not started to increase. This will be the last hit right here before they get points. Jockey comes in. Hunter does land. Spit will land too, as they're double teaming one survivor, and they get an in cap. Good job by them, and the Spitter and Smoker do die last, so they'll have tri-cap with Boom, no Smoker. And the points go up, so they're going to make a little bit up here. They were at 304. How much can they make up on an away game? Double stumble. Jockey lands as well. And looks like this might be it. And that's going to be a wipe, so they don't make up much. They're only going to make up 69 points. We'll see how much that comes into play. So 32-48, 14-34. Everybody keep that score down for me if you don't mind. All right, and here we go. We return to the tournament match, guys. We're on to Chapter 5 of this tournament match on now the home server for Southstar. So they get a smoker pull early. The Charger's going to miss. The Jockey's going to hit somebody in the safe room for a little bit of damage. A little bit of spit spread onto Ram. Now remember, Southstar only got 74 points on map 1. So if Team Star can manage to survive this and just make some distance, they can make up for the fact that they got wiped on map 4. At least try to make up some of that point delta on the away. Anything plus on this will be a benefit for them, as the 5th tank of the game for Team Southstars will be in the hands of Bugatti as they get a single boom. Let's see if they try to push out on him. I think it should be a good play to push out, get those commons killed. All right, he has no commons. Smoker tries for an early pull. Interesting play here by Southstars. Rock goes out, just shooting for the water. Now they'll be able to LOS him. They did kill the Boomer first, so they'll get another one. I think that's what they wanted. They want Boom for the away team. The Atlanta Boom on them. The Dusty actually right now is going to be a pretty favorable ping for his team. So he might be the front shotgun player. Maybe not for this tank, but at least he should be for the majority of this tournament match. And indeed, Dusty does have that shotgun. He is in. Nice 2-boom going out. They're backing up. He misses his first punch. He switches over to Ellis. He is down to 2K. He is almost dead. He is down to 900. 400 HP. The Jockey lands. He still hasn't gotten the in-cap yet, and he's dead. What a great job by Team Star. They hardly take any damage at all other than the tank corner. They just melted him. The support is not able to do anything. The commons don't do much of nothing either. The bonus sitting at 488, and that's an impressive stance right now from Team Star on the away game. They pass pills after Dusty pops. 73.9% of that bonus. Now there's a 2-2 only with the Smoker and Hunter. Not the best set of spawns. Not a great hit for this alley at all. I think you'd rather have maybe the Jockey or the Charger instead of that Smoker to maximize damage.
Reloading.
All right, looks like they get a pull forward. They cover it with the Hunter. Good job. They'll maximize this damage. Try to clear that. Okay, they do clear it pretty quick.
Reloading here.
I think they might be able to make the safe room with this pretty respectable bonus. Right now it's sitting at 419. I believe it'll go to 4 of 20 if they walk in as is. I don't know if they're going to get it in there. It's going to be close. Dusty just went slow. And they make it in there. Good job. And they'll walk in with 420 bonus. Great job by the team on the away side for Star. 720 points. That is very impressive for the away game. That is huge. Right there, that made up the fact that they got wiped on map 4 right there. That's their bonus. Hold on, we'll go over the scores after the first map. Right there it is. Thank you. Thank you, Mo. Big Mo. Alright, Sendin spawns right away. The Charger's gonna land. The Spit doesn't, though. But they will pull Bugatti into the Spit for a little bit of damage. They'll get that bonus down to 645. Still very high.
Reloading.
Only 15 points minus what's perfect. 660 bonus is perfect for this chapter. DB is worth 150. Each set of pills are worth 20 points. Boomer rockets in. Does get a cheeky double boom. And the Survivor is playing a little passive. Not staying out, being aggressive, or content with staying back under the waterfront market sign. Tank transitions. Tyrone taking a little bit of chip. They back up once they hear the jockey, though. Alright, let's see what they want to do on their away. Well, he's calling out old school. See if he's going to just commit straight through. He's just going right in. He's down 2K already. The Charger misses. He gets a punch. He gets another punch. He's going to have to turn over and try to get Ellis. He will be able to corner Ellis eventually. He misses. He gets a second punch. He gets a third punch. He might get one more. Maybe one more. And he does get the in cap.
I need some help.
It's actually good damage coming out by Team Star.
I owe you one.
Anytime.
All right, bonus is going to be sitting at 423. And only 4 points, only 3 points above what Team Star walked in the safe room with.
Reloading. Coach, come
Reloading.
on.
Somebody's gonna make them some zombie grits.
All right, we come up to the alley hit. This is probably going to be the last hit that they'll get. I don't believe they'll get another one.
Here, you can have this.
They pop the
I
pills.
owe you one.
Bonus is now even.
Man, I'm hurting.
One more hit left. Zimmer gets popped. The Charger tries to rock it in. They'll get a 2-charge. And they'll get the Spit, so they're going to win the round. They're going to try to keep him in the Spit as long as they can. The bonus will go down to 336. And now Southstars should be able to get into the safe room.
Oh, you want
Actually, I don't know. They might get one more last hit now. They'll lose the map by 100 if they can walk in with it. But no, they'll get a little bit more damage.
Don't shoot that car.
All right, smoker pull from the back. Nice boomer pop. Everything's shut down. Hunter does get a scratch, and they'll walk in with 612 bonus. And they'll go down an additional 100 and, what is that, 8 points. Let's do a little adding. All right, there we go. We sit here and wait a second. Let's add up what they got. we are live as we go on to map 6 of this tournament match. Charger goes in right away, misses though. They try to go for early damage. They're not going to get anything. It's all going to miss. Unfavorable for Southstars there. Actually, no, they do get a little bit of damage. I missed that Tyrone took the blunt of it. Tyrone will go down to 84. Dusty loses 2. BDK and Ramirez will both sit at perfect 100. As they push forward.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Go around the corner. Boomer misses. Charger misses. Spitter misses. And that is going to be a good take again by Team Star. Southstar is just not on point with their SI. For granted, Parish map 2 is not easy to maximize damage.
Look out.
Through here.
Alright, they come down through the alley.
Reloading.
I hear a hunter.
It's going to be a 2-cap in the back. They're going to maximize the damage on the back 2. Not bad at all. Tyrone, VDK eating most of that. As Ramirez does his spray. Infamous Navy with purple drink. Defeated. Charger goes back for a despawn. He didn't land the charge, but he did a good job at holding on to it. Just get some of that HP back.
As soon as we open the door,
More than
we're
20.
sound.
Yeah, we should see an attack right around this corner pretty quick. Don't know if they'll have time. The Charger is going quickly. Charger got a little greedy there. Nice shutdown onto that smoker. Alright, right now Team Star doing a very impressive job holding on to that bonus on their away server. All survivors green HP before tank spawn.
Just run!
They still have 5 seconds between the spawn timer.
Shit! Watch out!
Get to the alarm.
Dusty's a little separated from his team, but I think it's fine.
Keep running.
And Dusty taking point with that lower ping. Here they come. Hunter's coming across. Hunter eventually gets skeeted. The Charger misses his spawn. Just goes Fist City. Gets 2 punches and a 2 damage stumble on the coach. He'll get 16 quick damage. And this will be the 6th tank of the game for Team Southstars in the hands of Lizer. And he does have a Vent Horde to help him. Let's see if he decides just to commit this right away. There's a lot of commons still. He just wants to get on top of them. It looks like they're repositioning to start double backing. Gonna get a pull. All that Boomer's ambitious. They gets a nice 2-boom. He misses the rock. All right, now the survivors are retreating. All right, now the commons are about to die out. Tank is making his way. He has lost a couple hundred HP for that transition. And now the commons are about to die out, and now he's going to commit with no commons. All right, the SI pretty much not able to do much of anything as far as damage.
Turn it off.
All right, Lizer getting low on HP here. Boomer gets just VDK. No proxy, though. Gets killed. A lot of commons. Charger's going to land. So is the jockey. 1 slam goes out. 2 slams go out. And they get a guy in capped. Beautifully done by the infected team. Lands the rock. He chooses not to commit. He's going to have to eat another rock. He eats it. And he gets a corner, but no in cap. Body block is huge. The pound stumble. He gets 1 punch. Gets 2 punch. He's going to turn. Gets another punch there. He punches him over the ladder. He's down to half his HP. Gonna skeet that rock, and now he's alone, and Dusty has to decommit.
Shoot the shit.
Still has about 1,700 HP left.
These here zombies are trying to kill
Get
me.
to the alarm.
Grabbing pills.
Right now, their guy with the pills. Dusty doesn't pop. That's dangerous. That was so risky. Oh no, the rock lands. Oh, he tries to melee skeet, doesn't get it. And Ramirez gets in capped. Now this leaves Rochelle all alone. Gotta pick up somebody right now.
Stay down there forever. Let me get you.
Help over here!
Eats the rock, gets the pickup. Good job there. That's pretty impressive, getting the pickup. Rock's incoming. Tried. I don't know if they're going to be able to get VDK up here.
Turn off the alarm.
Probably going to guard him till he dies. Rock skeet. Boomer lands. Going to go for the pickup. And that will be a death on the VDK. And now the commons are loose. There goes the smoker pole. The tank is in, gets a punch. He tries to get out. Can he get out in time, or can they finish him off? 200, 144. He gets up there, throws a rock. He misses it. They find a set of pills. I don't know if they'll get to Ramirez in time as they're scratching him. And now Ramirez is dead.
Turn off the alarm.
Alright, tank is officially dead. Boomer lands on 2 survivors, and now it's just a matter of time before the end is going to happen. They're not even going to try to turn the button off. They're trying to go for as much distance as they can. Shell trying to get that extra point. Gets the 2. That will be all they get now. Oh, it gets one more. Rochelle jukes the charger. As Ellis goes up to turn the event off, Ellis does so. Alright, Ellis has the best ping. Let's see if he can shut down any of these spawns. There goes the smoker pole. The jockey's coming in, gets melted down by Rochelle. Alright, the commons are about to common lock them. Okay, they're going to get inside, I think.
Reloading here.
Boomer misses his rocket. Smoker misses the pole. The hunter does land. He gets the clear. Good job by Dusty. Getting more distance. Spit block goes out. Dusty walks through it, gets pulled, and it's going to be the beginning of the end. And that will be a wipe onto Team Star. They managed to get 396 of the distance. Remember, Southstars did make safe room on their away server. So I would say it's 104 points lost by Team Star at this current moment, but it also depends on what the other side does, so we'll have to wait. That will put Team Star with 4,364 points, if you want to keep the tally up right there. Alright, the spawns are in. Jockey land, Hunter land, Spit land. They'll get a little bit of damage onto OZ. Bugatti, Slay, and Lizer still looking pretty good. Bugatti takes a little bit, though. Lizer and Slay remain at perfect 100. Now let's see what kind of points they can put up with their home server side, Southstars. Spawns are up. Tri-cap with Boom, minus the charger. Boomer tries to go. Now they'll have a 2-2 guaranteed. Early pull. Jockey lands on OZ. Hunter does get skeeted beautifully by Bugatti.
Reloading.
So far, OZ seems to be the damage tampon. Bugatti taking a couple slaps from being Boom.
Reloading. Reloading.
I'm reloading.
Anybody see an on-ramp?
Make it through the alley choke point.
Reload.
We should see the boomer die. I don't know if they're going to send everything in here. It'd be a little risky.
Reloading.
It'll cost them a good attack at a choke point. I think the boomer just goes.
Taking the machine gun.
Yep, nice one, boom. Stack for the next hit. They'll probably hit the second choke point. Don't think they'll have time to hit the first one. The survivor team should hold W. Probably get through that relatively quickly.
Let's not open this door till we're ready.
All right, event is started. Tyrone's about to have his spawn up. There it is.
Run!
Tricap would spit, no jock. All right, they'll get stumbles in there. Charger trying to keep Ozzy in it, and it doesn't spread onto Ozzy. They're not able to clear Rochelle, and Slay takes quite a bit of damage from being pulled and punched by those zombies.
Keep running.
Turn off that
Get to the alarm.
They're all sitting very healthy yet. Very respectable bonus. Spawns are up. We should try to get some more damage. See if they go for it. And they're going to rely him to get his own boom.
Turn off the alarm.
He's not able to get it. Unfortunate for him. Team Southstars look like they're just trying to shut down as many of these commons in. The tank looks like he wants to make his way in right away. Not going to wait. All right, he's in, and he split the survivor. Oh, no, never mind. Rochelle's on the other side. I didn't notice that. The Charger lands a double. He gets a punch onto Nick. That's another punch onto Nick. He turns over to Coach. Hunter lands, gets a stumble, gets a punch onto Coach now. Jockey lands. He gets a punch onto that Jock survivor. He is down to 1,700 HP. He should decommit. Might have about 200 left. He is 400 HP now. Bonus is sitting at a little bit under 500 because of the in cap. He might try to maximize a rock here. He doesn't land it. He misses his punch there, and that is a dead tank.
Get to the alarm. Move. Ah, God damn it.
All right, the boomer does land, eventually gets popped.
Hey, get up there. Turn it off.
They make their way down just right before the scaffolding to get up top to turn the event off. Smoker spawns up top. Fortunately for the rest of his health, they don't get that spawn, so the Smoker's going to go solo and die. All right, we might see them just sit here and clear everything. I don't know if they'll even push. They know what attack they have, so. Yep, they're just content with waiting it out. The only one in danger from going slow is Lizer and Bugatti. And they're both sitting at 67 HP. Or one's at 58 and one at 61. Actually, I had it backwards. Two permanent HP survivors are at 67. Looks like the last hit will be set up right around the alley. Best hit in the game you can get. Charger, Hunter, Jockey, and the Spitter.
A little something for you.
Didn't see them find any extra set of pills, and it doesn't look like they will. Nope, no pills.
Oh, damn it.
All right, 608's going to be the bonus with the last hit incoming. Let's see how much they can hold on, break into their point delta. We'll see what the difference is. All right, Charger rockets in. They'll land two. The Spit will land in with both of those cappers in it as well, but just not the Charger.
Damn, Spitter got me.
As they close the door on the Charger. He'll take the damage stumble. No punches. And the Charger is dead. And they will make safe room
Right, damn good.
with a chapter score of, let's see what the total comes out to, 1,048. Let's add that together. $1,048. So now we will have Team Star ahead with 4364 against Team Southstar's 2482. They have 2 maps to make up about 1,900 points.
Good.
And they got it ready up for the tank real quick. He goes 37. Alright, they got the tank set. Here we go. First half of Chapter 7 of this tournament match. It is going to be Southstar's going first as Survivor. They've officially broken into the point delta.
We gotta keep following the freeway. The bridge can't be far now.
Right, Boom misses. The Hunter spit will land. Jockey isn't able to get anything. Might have gotten 2 scratches, but a lot of spit damage comes out from Ramirez. Distributed on Slay and Bugatti. Even a little bit onto Ozzy. It's actually a lot of damage.
Reloading.
Bonus will be sitting at 1207. That is only after 1 hit. Right, here they go. There goes the smoker pull. He takes the Charger's target. The smoker doesn't get cleared very fast at all. Actually, maximizes the damage from a smoker tongue. Dusty managed to get 8 points from that smoker pull. Alright, they drop down over the bus. They've officially gotten around that choke point. Haven't gotten very far, though. Southstar's not moving very quickly. They're clearing all the commons, though. There's no commons up when spawns already. Charger is just deleted from the server. Ramirez gets skeeted by Liza, Bugatti, and Ozzy. Bitter goes on to nothing. It's a little bit, but not much. And this will be the 7th tank of this tournament match for Team Star in the hands of the legendary player himself, Dusty. Longtime Frag 4 / rehab player. Also played with NV a couple times. If anybody you wanted to have tank on your team on an away game, it would be him.
Watch out.
Charger gets melted. Rock doesn't get anything. Alright, now they're starting to retreat. Dusty transitions. Okay, it was a bait. He tried to bait Dusty. Dusty does not fall for it. Alright, now he's got to be tricky here. He's got to commit now, because if he tries to be any... Okay, he's committing. He loses about 600 HP. The early pull gets cleared nicely. Good job. Oh, Lizer makes a push for the smoker, but now he's alone. There goes 1 punch. Jockey lands. Hunter lands 2 onto Lizer. Gets an in cap. There goes the clear. And he's still very healthy. He has 1,400 HP. Trying to do as much damage as he can. Nice cheeky boomer, and the rock lands. Right now, Dusty is maximizing the damage he's getting with this tank. There goes the smoker pull on the Lizer. They get the clear. Here comes the rock. All right, they shut down the rock. Smoker is now dead. He has no support, but he is still at 90% of his frustration. Going rocks. Hunter doesn't find a target. And now I think he's just going to go in and die to make sure they'll get a charge spit. Oh, he almost jumps into that rock. That was very close there. I don't think Dusty's going to be able to do anything more out of this. He's trying to get rage. He does get rage. He's going to try to throw one more rock. It won't leave his hand, and he is dead.
Reloading.
Right, Southstar survives, but at a very expensive cost. He suffered 2 win caps. The DB has been going down very quickly.
Tell you about the time my buddy.
They're starting to blitz through this map very nicely, though. Make up some ground. They can't push up here. They will have tri-cap with spit. Nice M2. The charger will land. He gets the clear. Kills the jockey. Coach will get in capped. And Rochelle has to run through it to clear Lizer. And they have lost all that bonus. HP, the DB. What will it be when they get up?
Reloading.
It is almost gone.
Reloading.
It has now become a game just for distance for Team Southstars.
Reload.
Watch out.
Look out! Boomer!
Boomer gets tripled, stumbled,
Hunter!
gets skeeted. Jockey finds a target alone.
So mad I could shit a squeal.
Only thing that's good for the Survivor team is they lose no points because it was DB. Everything is on Slay and Ozzy. And we should see the SI turn their attention to them very shortly. They drop down. Do they find pills inside the shack? No, they do not.
Reloading.
Lizer is HP in danger of going black and white. They might just stack him. No pills inside the fenced-in tombstone. Hunter will land, gets cleared. Nice triple boom. The spit will land on Ozzy. They will lose about 30 of that bonus points. Now they resume the crawl.
I don't like the way this smells.
Lizer being 1 HP will cause his team maybe to have to take 2 more hits. No set of pills around the corner. Do they find any on the other side? Yes, they will. They will find pills.
Look out.
Now it's debating if they pop. They do pop. Charger comes in. Charger misses. Jockey tries to find. Jockey does land but gets cleared. The bonus will suffer a little bit more, and it looks like they're going to walk in with 100 points.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Actually, I don't think that's the last hit yet. I think they're going to take another hit.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Safe house up ahead!
Smoker going for a pull in the back. Here goes the pull. The Charger's coming from the front. Nice shutdown, leaving only the jockey to try to maximize whatever scratches he can. He's not even going to make it. No, he won't, and they will make safe room with a little bit of bonus. Chapter score of 712. So that will put them at 3,194 points. And right now, Team Star hasn't even gone yet, and they already have 4364. And right now, it's not looking good for Team Southstars. They needed a good Chapter 2 for score and a good Chapter 3, and they don't get a good Map 3. Only 100 and some points to come of it. Now, if they can wipe out this tank, they'll go into next map down about 1,300 points. Alright guys, we go live. Second half of Chapter 7. 100 jockey boomer spitter, 2-2. See if they try to sack for quad here. Jockey goes in. So does the Hunter. Hunter gets cleared. And I think that was a quad sack.
Reloading.
See if they get a quad try. They need to land it very badly.
with this gun.
Reloading.
I know it wasn't a quad sack. The hunter died out of order. I mean, I think they purposely just pushed it around a little bit. Tri-cap with boom. We're going to attack on the back one. Charger's going to miss. And they'll just get a little bit of chip damage. 2 hits are in the books. Shaves off about 7% of their bonus. Averaging 3.5% per hit.
Reloading.
Reloading.
All right, they come up to by the trailer area. Tank is about to spawn. Hunter is up.
Damn it, I'm covered
Spitter
in
gets a
goo.
little bit of free spit damage. One boomer proxy. VDK is going to get grabbed by the jockey. Hunter gets skeeted, and they'll clear that jockey pretty quick. I mean, they got some decent damage. Unfortunately, the Hunter couldn't cover that. The Hunter manages to land, but Dusty has other plans.
Guns here.
Cozy relocating. Try to play a little rock. It is the 7th tank of the game. 4-team Southstar in the Southstar's in the hands of Ozzy. Rock going out. He does land a rock on VDK. That'll take VDK down to 43 HP. All right, Ozzy trying to trade a little bit of his HP for some sight.
Everybody grab
Dusty has other plans, saying, no, you're not going to play long. But they will be able to try to play rock at least one more hit here if he chooses.
Kill the tank.
Spawns are in rotation. He's calling for it. All right. Nope, he's just going to make his way in.
Shoot the shit out of that thing. Charger.
It's 12 feet tall.
Charger was
6
so
feet
early.
wide. How are you shooting me?
He does get his corner, though. It's another punch. Another punch. One more will get the in cap. And he's almost dead. His support needs to land. He's already dead. His support waited too long.
You're not gonna die on me, are you?
I'm okay.
What a great tank there by the Survivor team. The Uzis did their job. They focused that tank so hard.
Gotta keep up.
They tried to wait for the in-cap the infected team to see if they could capitalize with a wipe. And no wipe comes out, and now Team Star will be able to crawl even further. Nice Smoker tries for an early full spit goes. Spit misses.
Goddamn goo.
He will fall on the spit, gets a little bit more damage. Not much on the Dusty.
Reloading here.
Reloading.
Still thought there was a Survivor in the back. I had jukes.
Heads up.
They push to the inside of the building. Bonus sitting at 710. This is a lot of bonus for where they're at. They even blitz this choke point. Now they don't have if they hit now, they won't have anything for the hole.
Guitar here.
It is a quad, though. See if they try to land this quad here in a less advantageous spot for the infected. They're going to go for it. And they land 3 cappers, but not 4. Smoker gets shut down beautifully. They'll be able to pass pills. They'll be fast. I don't see them get stopped here. I think they get up.
Watch out.
Careful, alarm cars everywhere.
Yep, they're up the hole. 2-2. Jockey Smoker, worst hit you could get. Nice 2-boom, though. It's at least going to cause a little bit of a distraction for them. Jockey lands forward. They maximize the 2-2. They'll even set off the alarm. They get two scratched by the Boomer and Spitter onto Ellis there. Dusty eating most of it.
How many of these cars are you gonna shoot?
Now they'll be able to navigate through the bridge. They still have 410 bonus.
Good to go.
I didn't catch the flu.
Oh, he knocked the piss out of me.
Alright, Boomer is popped. Hunter is skeeted. Charger lands but gets melted before it can get the damage. The Jockey's the only one that'll get a little bit of damage on the Dusty. They have 356 bonus. Team Star is about to win this round as well. They'll win 2 rounds on the away game.
Machete here.
BDK is going to be slow in the back, so they'll have to slow down, wait for his team. 2-2. Hunter Smoker for the cappers. They pull BDK. The Hunter was not quite ready to capitalize. There goes the pound fit on the BDK.
Goose shit.
Look out!
All right, no spitter with this last attack, and
Reloading.
I'm not sure they're going to get much more. I think they walk in with this bonus, and it'll be an impressive show by Team Star on the away server. Chargers up first. Here he comes. Can't even make it. And Team Star makes safe room with campaign score 2024 on the away game. 908 for chapter score. Very impressive. That will put him at 5272. And Southstar is at 3194. Yeah, 300 points is not enough. You want 700 per chapter is what your average should be. And they even got wiped too. That was the thing. Team Star got wiped to the survivor side on this chapter. Alright, this will be Chapter 8 of this tournament match, guys. This will be the final one. Southstars goes first with their survivor side on their home server. They have about a 300-some point lead on their home game, but unfortunately it went down a couple thousand on their away. So I don't see an output where they can get the W, but they'll do their best. They'll get a smoker pull, a nice shutdown on the Charger. Free Spit's going to minimize to nothing, and OZ's only going to take 4 damage, and they'll be able to push forward. Get out into the streets.
I'm a reload.
And now spawns are coming up. Boomer goes for a boom off the top, not going to get it. Jockey tries to help. Another ski going out. Jockey gets shut down. Charger misses his target. Spawns are not able to find their target for Team Southstars. They did a good job hitting pretty in sync there, but just not able to locate a survivor. Alright, they drop down into the alley. They do have a tri-cap with spit. No charge to maximize the damage. Hunter does land this time. Jockey might try to delay him in the spit. Smoker tries to pull Rochelle back in it, but doesn't quite have the angle. And now they'll be able to go up there and get that tank up.
Reloading.
We'll see them run back through this alley. I don't think spawns will be able to delay them. And this will be the final tank of the game for Team Star in the hands of Ramirez. The Charger lands on Rochelle's head. Not going to be able to reset her. Boomer gets M2'd and bullied. Not going to be able to get a proxy or anything to assist Ramirez's tank. And now there's only a Hunter. Tyrone's going to hold that spawn. Big call for the scratch from VDK. All right, now they have a tri-cap. Ramirez is at 50% frustration. Jockey does land. Smoker looks like he wants to get a whole 100. The 100 gets skeeted as well. I mean, Smoker get a pull. And now he's not going to have favorable spawns. He'll have a Charger, Jockey, and a Boomer. Pretty sure that was his sack order. Let's see if I was correct. They want a Boomer anyway, so they call for it. Alright, Ramirez is going to have to make his way in here. And Ramirez is in. Charger is in. The Charger lands. He gets a punch onto Ozzy. One slam goes out. He gets a second punch. There goes a punch onto Rochelle. Two boom ensues. He gets a punch on his target forward. Another punch onto Lizer. He's still at 3,200 HP. Boomer's still getting bullied around. He's going to try to curve rock and hit Ozzy. Not going to be able to get it. And he's going to retreat with about 2,600 HP. He's second past about 80% frustration. Ozzy is now going to quarter himself for free, but the tank doesn't make a play on it. He's trying to wait as long as he can for his help. He tries to get a long arm, doesn't get it. He's down to 1,300 HP. Throws a rock. He lands the rock and doesn't get that last punch, and Southstar will survive. I think Ramirez maybe could have waited a few more seconds.
No time for this now. We have to keep moving. Let's get you up.
But great tank nonetheless.
Thank you.
That's okay.
They have exhausted about 40% of the bonus with their tank, taking it down to 54.4, 838 points left. All right, Hunter spawn, gonna go for the target in the back. No, gets skeeted instead. Jockey gets M2'd with a 2 boom does land while the Jockey and Hunter get shut down. Lizer does get a skeet out onto VDK. Spit block is going to be successful in the back two. Ellis and Nick will have to be patient.
Reload here!
Spitter knows he'll be a Charger, so it's going to despawn, and rightfully so.
Come on, man. It's not funny
Ammo
anymore.
here.
You know what? We can use that.
All right, here they go. They're going to transition over the top of the balcony, making a drop. Tri-cap with Spit. No Jock. They know the Smoker is now. The Hunter is above them. Charger wants to come from the door. The wooden door. Pretty standard spawn, and they're going to go left, it looks like. And they're going to go 2-2. Very interesting call. And the unaffected don't really know what to do. They don't really hit its sync, but they do maximize the damage they can get from it. Alright, Southstar has triggered the event.
Reloading!
Alright. Tri-cap with Boom. They're going to send the Boomer in first. Boomer doesn't land. They do land a 2-cap on the side. Boomer dies third. Smoker retreats and stays alive. Jockey dies as well, so.
I got some ammo right here.
Smoker resets Ellis. They were not ready for it. Slay has to go back around.
Reloading.
Nice move there by the infected team. Dusty making them go all the way around again. Now could the Charger get a cheeky spawn? Alright, they're going for damage now. The Charger just gets a stumble. They'll land the Spit though. Boomer gets popped. All pills are exhausted. Slay's about to be slow. He is at 42 HP and bleeding. And might find a set of pills for him so they can keep running. Slay is now at 40, no pills. Slay is now slow. The crawl has begun. No pills in there for Slay.
Reloading!
Still holding on to 475 points of that bonus.
Weapons over here.
Alright, Tri-cap with Spit. Charger will not be able to help. Jockey gets M2 in the back. They don't land really anything up top. That's a pretty clean take. Bugatti finds pills, passes them to Slay. Slay's going to pop because he knows it's inevitable. They just want to make the safe room with this 464 bonus that they have.
I'm a
There's the
reload.
bridge.
BDK complaining about the smoker being bad. Can't really disagree with him. All the bonuses DB, just a slight bit on OZ and Bugatti with a sliver on Slay. They do get a Charger Fist. Hunter gets skeeted. Boomer gets a 1 boom, and now the Spitter's going to go for a delay. And they're going to walk in with 440 bonus. So they'll do a good showing, at least put up some points. Spitter gets M2'd all the way back in the safe room and then eventually killed. And they will put up 35-12. Not a bad score. 1140. Let's see what they tally up with. $4,334. Alright, this is the last half of the last chapter, guys. This will put the game in the books. Tricap would spit, no Hunter. They send the spawns in, Charger gets a stumble. There is a quick pull going out. Someone is getting destroyed by a smoker. Ellis is eating it. Dusty's flopping around like a fish for a little bit. Exhausts about 30 of his bonus. Ramirez and Tyrone join him with about 6 and 7 HP lost. While VDK decides to keep all 100, not taking any damage from that opening hit. And now they're getting out into the streets, about to drop off the balcony, clearing out the commons as they go. And now the Boomer, Hunter, Jockey, Charger are up. They definitely want the Spitter in there instead of that Boomer, but they're going to go right away. Jockey rockets into the Charger. The Charger lands a double, 2 boom and a Jock up front. The clears are so slow. Just imagine if that other spawn would have landed. It would have been so much damage. The ink cap does go out onto Dusty before Tank.
Over here.
How you want?
Spitter and Smoker. Hunter shortly followed. And the last one will be a Charger. Decent attack coming up. Almost the best he could get. They go for an attack on the inside. Apparently, they don't wait for them to come out. Favorable spread for us. I mean, not for us, for the Survivor team.
Reload.
Alright, now they blitz down the alley. Still holding on to 919 bonus, but Tank has not been fought yet, though.
Man, I don't know which.
And there it will be, the final tank of this tournament match for Team Southstars in the hands of Slay. The rockets in, beautiful pop. Charger does too. Charger just gets a punch on the guy who got jocked. And it looks like they're focusing that DB on Dusty. Dusty's gonna have to pop a set of pills. He might as well pop now, it's pretty irrelevant. Give him plus 50.
Thanks.
And they're gonna push inside. They don't care. They're gonna push this tank. He's up there. And they are going for him. Curve Rock doesn't land, and now they're gonna retreat. No, they're not. Oh, there goes the early pull. I don't think Tyrone cares. He knows it's over, but he gets a double punch now. There's another punch on down to 3K. 2,200 for a corner on the VDK. One more punch, he'll get an in cap. He's down to 1,400 HP. The Hunter lands.
I need some help.
And he self-clears. He's going to drop down, clear the Hunter. The tank will clear up that guy. One more will get the in cap. Now there's only one survivor left. Jockey's trying to make it. Jockey does land, but he's going down, and they get the pistol clear. 55 HP to death.
I need a hand.
Shit, this hurts.
Hey, don't even think about leaving me here.
Oh, nice proxy.
What do you people come and get?
Charger does land, and that should wrap it up. They get a chapter score of 311, so it's tally up their total. And that will end it for this tournament match. And that will be Team Star getting the victory over Team Southstars.